was there a mirror version of him?
Yeah,
There was.
There was just seen really blurry in the background, and yeah, insulting some soldier officer.
Well, I don't know. What do you think? Maybe, maybe like really arched eyebrows.
Yeah, well, I thought about an eye transplant or interface or something for a tricorder or anything like that, medical stuff.
Genius. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
genius idea.
Excuse me. Could you tell me about the episode when Dr. Crusher came in with McCoy?
Yes.
That was such a good episode.
Favorite episode.
That was my favorite episode.
Come on.
Oh, I loved it.
That was Encounter at Farpoint.
I know. It was
Right?
it. That was it. I loved it. Shopping at the mall. All right.
I love that.
Off to photos.
James McFadden, everybody! Wonderful. See, I know my Star Trek. Encounter at Farpoint. Hello.
Hi.
Let's give this one a round of applause. She's flown all the way from Taiwan to be here today. Thank you so much. Lovely to see you.
I have a question. If you can direct a Star Trek movie, what kind of story would you produce? And another one is actually the requirement, because you know there is no activity in the Taiwan because we are a small country. So can you speak something for Taiwan face, because we are difficult to see you in the Asia's country. Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, well, thank you. If I were to direct a Star Trek movie, what story would I like to tell? Wow, that's a big question. A really big question. You know what I'd like to tell? I would love to tell an epic story about, well, essentially that it would be set in the war between the Klingons and the Federation, and that all of the USS starships would have been wiped out in some sort of an ambush, and the Enterprise was the only one left standing, and you know it's the Enterprise's responsibility basically to to do all the heavy lifting, and really the inspiration for that story comes from World War II, when the Enterprise was one of the only aircraft carriers that wasn't in Pearl Harbor at the time of the attack. And historically, I think that's really interesting. It'll be interesting to see some sort of a take on that. Beyond that, I have no idea. But it's interesting, like talking to I was talking to Brian Burke the other day, who's one of the producers of Star Trek and Almost Human, and he says they've got a great story for Star Trek 3, which we're going to be filming at possibly the end of this year. To have it, yeah. Isn't that good news? Hopefully we'll have it in the cinemas by the 50th anniversary.
Yes, first of all, welcome to Germany again. It's nice to have you here. Thank you again.
Thank you, it's nice to be here.
Okay. So, my question is, we all remember this great scene from Friday the Frontier when Kirk, Bones and Spock are sitting around the campfire and singing "Row, row, row your boat." And I think you can imagine what I'm going to ask you right now, because I'm really looking forward to hear you and the other crew singing the next movie. And could you already give us an example of your singing voice right now?
No.
Come on.
Row, row, row ya.
Oh, gently down the stream.
Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Hey. Singing is not my forte. Just thought I'd let you know in case you didn't hear that I went very out of tune there. Yes.
Keep your hand up if you've got a question.
Yeah, boy.
You said that you wanted rather to, instead of imitating what DeForest Kelly did, capture the essence of the character. So what is the essence of the character in your view?
Well, that's interesting. I mean, there's many things. Many things. For me, it's hard to put it into words. It's a feeling that I have about the character. So that's one aspect of it. It's a feel. Two, the thing that I love about Leonard McCoy is that he's one of the most altruistic best friends that you can have. He will lay down his life for you. And he has such a wonderful degree of compassion for all things living, for all life forms. And he's, you know, he would do anything for that crew, you know, for Kirk and for Spock and for everybody. And amidst all of this, these sort of wonderful attributes, these heroic attributes, he also has this wonderful, often cantankerous sort of exterior, but he's really got a heart of gold underneath, and to me that was really important in approaching the character. Yeah, I like the fact that his heroism isn't necessarily defined by physical violence, although he did, you know, sometimes fight and stuff in the original series. You know, in the films that we've done, that his heroism is defined by the lengths that he would go to help his friends, and I just think that's a very admirable quality.
Karl, I have to say, I had no idea. I thought you were American. Like I've heard you do interviews with an American accent.
Oh, really?
Yes. I mean, what makes you decide that as an actor, and is Kennick's accent different than Dredd's? Because those were all American accents.
Yeah, sometimes, here's the thing, I mean, sometimes I have done interviews with an American accent, and that particularly, like when Almost Human was coming out, I didn't want it to be jarring for an audience who's just learning to accept these characters who might not be familiar with me or the fact that I'm from New Zealand, and I wanted them to watch the show and not have the baggage of that knowledge. So if I did an interview early on, then I would do my best efforts to do it with an American accent so that it wouldn't jar the audience. But you know, an accent is like any other element in a film that you have to you have to master, and you have to dedicate time and energy into into getting it right. And the insane thing about what I do is that I get taught so many deadly skills that I can never use in real life. Whether it's firing guns or driving cars very fast, horseback riding I can use in real life, but sword fighting, all of that sort of stuff. Yeah, it's just devoting time and energy.
Hi Karl, sorry for the French accent.
It's alright, I love it. Go.
I have
Oh,
one
wait.
question. Have you ever been intimidated by a partner, the film or producer